Hello Leo, and welcome to Soul Sundays. Leo, it's a quick 3-card spread, one for mind, body and soul for your week ahead. So let's get started. Universe and angels, messages and guides, my higher self, I call upon you now to give me a clear and accurate reading for the sign of Leo for their week ahead. 3 cards, please, Spirit, one for mind, one for body, and one for soul. Thank you so much. 1 card, please, for their mindset for the week ahead. There it is. Page of Hearts. Ooh. It's Page of Cups. So for some of you, it could be very much love is all you're thinking about this week. Some of you could be finding out you're pregnant. As I said that, what card shall flip over? Children. Told you. Who's pregnant? My sister's a Leo. She just got married. Baby sister, if you're watching, are you pregnant? It's coming soon, I know that. Some of you could be finding out you're pregnant. For others of you, it speaks about pages or the messengers, right? So if you're not pregnant, it could be that you're getting a message of love, or you're getting something that's quite sweet, some sort of nostalgia coming back. Thank you so much. It's really interesting. That card is so deep. It could be just telling you that it's time to actually listen to your inner voice or your inner child. I don't know if you can see in this card, but you've drawn the card of potential as your spirit message, and there's a little child in there. For me, this speaks about your inner child, that person that you tend to forget as you get older, right? Children always have such whimsy and look at life with rose-colored glasses, right? Because it's all so new and exciting. It's like, look, there's a dog, and we tend to take it for granted that how did the dog come into existence type thing. But let's pull it back a little bit. I try to keep these light and not too deep. Page of Hearts or Page of Cups literally means an offer of love, okay? When you look at it in traditional tarot. Let me just find it for you. Because there's a passage in it that's really cool that I want to read it to you. Are you ready for this? So this is what I mean about, for some of you, it could be really deep about your inner child. Come back to your heart and you will see the world through new eyes. So come back to your center, Leo, and you'll see the world through new eyes, or through a child's eyes, or with that whimsy that I was talking about before. And the description's really cool. It says, are the fish swimming or flying? They represent the energy of unconditional love and innocence. This allows them to adjust and adapt to their surroundings without judging it. That's the fish that are in this card, by the way. They don't know that they are not supposed to fly, so it all becomes possible. When there is no resistance, something new can be created. Do you feel like a fish out of water? The goddess of the tree of life is constantly streaming love and light. Open your heart and feel lovingly supported in all aspects of your life, and just like the fish, all will become possible. So this is all about, it's usually about a love offer, a message of love in the very basic form, okay? But it can speak to imagination, it can speak to loyalty, study. Maybe some of you are going back to school and studying, or you're studying this week. Maybe some of you are starting to become an early childcare teacher or worker or so forth. But I think this is really speaking to about you finding your innocence again, your playfulness, seeing the world through new eyes, Leo. It's a beautiful card. It's a really light energy. And even as I speak to you, I don't know if you can notice, but my tone of voice is changing. It's like getting a little bit more wispier. Children in this deck, as your physical body message, speaks about the fact that being around children actually makes you feel happy and giddy and that kind of thing. It can also be speaking about conception, pregnancy, birth, or adoption, which is what I said to you before I even pulled the card. Your life purpose involves helping children. So some of you, as I said to you before, could be looking at that kind of work. And it's also about what I was saying to you before, developing childlike qualities again. So innocence, purity, or playfulness, seeing the world through the eyes of a child. If you can kind of do that from a physical point of view, when you spend time with kids, when I spend time with my little nephew, that playfulness, that giddiness, that excitement, that innocence, it just literally lifts your spirit. Maybe it's time that you do that. Go hang out. And if you don't have any nieces or nephews or children of your own, and sometimes it's not children of your own because you have to be the parental figure. Maybe it's, you know, some sort of close friend that has them. But I feel like it'll lift your spirit, you know. In this picture, it's really cool for those that are in the US and the UK, and it's a different kind of energy. It's fall. It kind of speaks about, you know, I see this card as always that ring a rosy, a pocket full of posy, like, you know, playing in a field of a garden and just being very lighthearted, chasing kids around in a field or something like that. And, you know, it doesn't come without saying that that kind of childlike spending time with kids like that, in that innocence, in that energy, is going to make you feel light. It's like, I just had it there for a second and I lost it again. It's the equivalent of you going and cleansing your soul, like with magnesium and swimming in the ocean, that kind of thing. It will lift your spirits. You've drawn the card of potential as your soul message for this week, Leo, and it speaks about transformation, but I think it's honouring that inner you, that inner child, right? I'm going to read it to you from the book because it's so spot on. It says, through grace and love, we continue to transform. Nothing we do is lost or forgotten, and as we release our hidden potentials, we create our destiny. One day we shall become stars. Through this process, many future earths shall be born where we can live as one through the arms of the Divine Mother. The ground you walk on, the rain that falls, her love is stored in everything. So it's talking about the circular motion of, you know, nature going backwards and forwards. But for you, I really want you to think about the inner child, the person that you maybe have not been giving enough credit to. Maybe it's time to go back and find him or her and go, you know, is this what we want for ourselves? You know, or maybe, as I said to you before, and this is very exciting, but some of you could be finding out you're pregnant, could be finding out that your daughters or your children are having babies. For those that are already past their baby making years, I think it's a very auspicious time. 3 different cards speaking about children and childbirth. So good luck, Leos. I hope you found this reading helpful. If you did, please hit the like button. It helps the channel more than you know. And I'll be back with you next week. Take care.